There we go. Good morning, everyone. I'm having a couple little technical difficulties this morning. Lauren and I did a little walkthrough, and I said, "Here's what's going to play. Here's our little opener. This is how it's going to go." And then next thing you know, that is not how it went. So, good morning, everyone. It's Michelle Hill with Southern Inspirations, and we are here. And my special guest today is Lauren Miller, owner of Right at Home. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, friends.
That picture that popped up there instead of my opener was me in my aunt's kitchen in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Had nothing to do with this
Well,
episode.
it's cute. It's really cute, and it's very Southern inspired.
Yeah, how about that? Oh my goodness. I'll see if I can edit that out or something. So, y'all, I am so, irregardless, we are here to talk about the senior population, elderly care during this time of COVID. Y'all, Lauren has a huge heart for the senior population and started her business in 2018. And the things that she has done even before this pandemic are just incredible. She's gifted and she shares her gift and her heart and her love for seniors every single day. And Lauren, I'm just so grateful for you and our new friendship and the sisterhood that we have in the faith. And I'm just very grateful too that you said yes to do this video with me. So I want to just kind of dive right in for people to get to know you a little bit. And then let's talk about, you know, albeit you are one of the industries, one of the companies that's on the front lines, and talk about that and all the different perspectives and the ways and what you're seeing. And of course, we want some encouragement through all this too. So tell us about Lauren and your background and kind of what led you to open Right at Home.
So, first of all, thank you so much, Michelle, for the time. And, you and I both are very outgoing people, and this has been hard, right? And so I feel
Right.
like I'm able to visit with you, even though we're not having lunch together like we do, or visiting, at least we're able to connect right now. Like you said, my name's Lauren Miller. I am originally from Northeast Arkansas. I always say Little Rock's my chosen hometown. I've been here for almost 20 years. Moved here during grad school. And I have a great family, 2 kids, a husband that's very involved in the community, involved in our church and all those things. We love Little Rock, love Central Arkansas and the area that we serve with Right at Home. Almost 4 years ago to the day, my mom was diagnosed with colon cancer and fought a very short but courageous battle. During that season, I was a mom, had a young child, a business, a busy life, and I needed home care for her. And did what most people do. I asked some friends, who do I call? What do I do? We made that call and to a local company, and unfortunately had a horrible experience. Since I've become involved in the industry, I don't really talk about that specific experience because I don't want to build my business on running someone down. But when I tell you it was one of the worst experiences of my life while I was grieving a loss, it was horrible. And I had a lot of guilt associated with that, a lot of sadness, obviously grief in losing my mother. And, after a lot of promptings and a lot of discussions and people praying with me and holding my hand and my husband finally saying, just do it, Lauren, you can do this better. That's what I did. So here we are with Right at Home Metro Little Rock. So.
Wow. I know you just as a person, you have such compassion just for people and taking care of people. And I think because of what you experienced with your mother, and then even your father, who was diagnosed with a terminal illness when you were 18 years old, you've just had a calling really to do this, Lauren. It's just evident. You really have.
Well, and you know what I tell people, Michelle, you can have every certification, you can have any, you can go into any, in this industry, there's many different things that you can be certified or specialized or certificates or all those things. And of course we do that. I mean, I work through all those, but I feel like what sets us apart is I have experience on both sides of the table. I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. I know the moment that you realize I can't do this by myself. I need someone to help me, how powerless you feel, how humbling that is. And I just think that perspective that I have, being a daughter of someone that needed care, I helped my mother when I was in college, help navigate, hospice choices for my father, and should he stay at home? Should we do skilled nursing? What does that look like? And so I just feel like those life experiences have given me a perspective, a compassion, and really just an empathy. I've been where so many of our clients are.
Yeah.
And that season doesn't have to be a season that ends in like a death or something. Sometimes we do other things, obviously, but I just think that along those same lines, there's a lot of things that are kind of similar from situation to situation, and admitting that you can't do all this, and I've got to have someone that I need help from. I need to trust them, and so I think that's what sets us apart.
Yeah, absolutely. The life experiences and what you've been through, and like you said, you can empathize with them, and that is worth so much. That's so incredibly valuable. Well, let's talk about kind of what day to day is right now. You are continuing to operate and to have your business open and to take care of individuals. And there's so much that goes into that, not just the day-to-day operations, but the mental toll that it can take on you. There's long hours every single day. Of course, there's those safety precautions. Lauren, what does that look like to be in the middle of that? I know it's got to be just
at
best.
And, I'm not making light of it. Yes, we are considered an essential business. We've not stopped. This is not something that we, I watch, the news, and I see on social media, everyone talking about hands off and working from home. And, when you're helping someone feed and ambulate and all the things that we do that are there's no way to do that hands off. There's no remote Zoom meeting for someone to, be able to do that. So, yes, it's business as usual during the middle of a worldwide pandemic. So obviously we've taken precautions, gloves, masks. I am part of a large international franchise that they have been amazing to help source gloves and masks for us, for our caregivers, to make sure that we are doing everything we can to protect our caregivers, our clients. Nothing's foolproof, but we are doing everything we can. We have people out today delivering gloves and masks and making sure that obviously we're maintaining distance. One of the things that we have done, unfortunately, it's been very hard. Our caregivers are always in our office. They're dropping by. We're, giving them happies, or, they're saying, hey, I want to drop by and get a bingo game. I want to play with my client. All those things that we've not been able to do. We've actually locked our doors. We are operating in the office, but, we have to say we've left it at the door for you, or all those kinds of things. That's really hard because we are so connected. It's business as usual, but it's not. The days definitely run together. My staff is amazing, office staff and our field staff. We're doing all we can, but it's hard to say the least. But I think I got some amazing words of wisdom from someone in our company that I was going through all this and kind of talking through things with him, and he said, "Hey, Lauren," he said, "nobody's ever been through a worldwide pandemic yet." So we're
So
all kind of
true.
learning, and that's what we do. And so we're just trying to roll with the punches and figure things out as we go. And I
Yeah.
think we're doing a pretty darn good job.
Absolutely. Yeah. And something you said, it's so true. Worldwide, this is a first for all of us. And so,
Absolutely.
as tragic and as devastating as it is, it's also something that's bringing us all on the same playing field, so to speak.
For sure.
And we're
And,
all trying to find the way through it, the best way.
Right. And for us, we've talked about the empathy and the perspective that's changed,
Right.
when I came into the industry. One of the things that a lot of our clients navigate daily is loneliness, isolation,
Yes.
all those things, depression. I mean, we really work through a lot of those with clients that, used to go and do and can't. And how do we emulate that? How do we figure that out? How do we offer that? And I think now we really are able to see and experience how a lot of our clients feel,
Absolutely.
So isolation that we're all experiencing right now.
Yeah. Well, with that said, that's a good segue into the free service that you're offering. And I'm going to pop it up real quick, and then I'm going to remind us, because I want people to see this, but if you will can you hear me now? Lauren?
Okay, I thought I was going to have to do this show by myself, Michelle. I was getting really nervous.
Technical problems again. Well, I had, well, you know what? You don't learn some of these things until you do it. So apparently when I popped up that flyer, to be able to speak to, but it took away the audio. So, yeah, so
I thought I was going to have to do a tap dance.
Well, hey, you were such a good sport, though. You just kept kind of smiling.
I could do a tap dance.
I have done so many of these broadcasts, but based on today, you would think this was my first one.
There's been lots of grace given and lots of grace. That's what we keep saying, and we just need grace all around. Grace abounds, and that's
thank you that you're giving it to me, because I clearly need it today. Because everything I say I'm going to do.
I'll push grace to anybody, because I'm always asking for it. Trust me.
Okay, so what I just put up there that removed you and the audio, or it kept you there for a second, was I want people to know the service that you and your staff are offering to make phone calls every day. So can you talk about that?
Absolutely. We want everyone to know that we are all in this together and that we're here for you. So many times we see this as a need on a daily basis, right? I mean, this is something that we help facilitate care and services for people all over our service area every day. We do feel like that's become a lot different during this pandemic. One of the things, the reason this kind of came out of, clients are not necessarily seeing their families like they have, right? And so we're having to step in even more so. And so because of all the, distancing suggestions and things. So we've had, clients say, I hadn't been able to see my dad in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and how about this, and all these kinds of things. And so it really got us to thinking that we really do think that there are a lot more people that are more isolated than normal. So we, along with some other right-at-home franchises across the country, are offering for anyone who has a concern about a senior that's in our service area, give us a call at 501-673-3166. We'll take a little bit of information about that person. And every day, Monday through Friday, we're going to give that person a call. that person that you're
Wow.
worried about, that you think is isolated, that might be depressed, that you have concerns about. We will call them. Obviously, we can even suggest some services, not just us, but other services that we have connections to. We have a huge network of people that just really are centered in the senior community that we know can help. Sometimes I think that's it. People just don't know the services that are out there.
Right.
So we're happy to do that. I think that, just the calming reassurance of talking to someone, knowing that you're cared about and people are concerned about your well-being and just want to know you're doing well. It really can make a lot of difference. This time is just so uncertain for all of us.
Yes.
And we see that just really concentrated in the senior population.
Yes. Well, we're going to try this again. I'm going to take both off screen, and then I'm going to put the flyer up there. Just don't go anywhere. But I'm going to take these other things down real quick, and then I'm going to put the flyer up momentarily because I want people to see that. So we're going to take the phone number off. We're going to take, if I can get your logo off of there real quick, and then we'll pop it back, and then I'm going to remove us. So hang on. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Don't you love getting like full screen like that for just a second?
I get a little palpitation when I see your wheel turning, and I'm like, well, you got to come back. I cannot do this.
I can't do this. I can't do this. Yeah. Hey, y'all, she told me at the beginning of the show she was nervous, and I'm like, there's no need to be nervous. And she shouldn't have told me that because
until your screen goes black and it's just
yeah. Oh, my goodness. I tell you, I love technology and the things that it offers, but
for sure,
it's that whole love-hate thing too, though. Sometimes,
absolutely,
like, either that or it's just complete user issues this morning, maybe. But anyway, I did get the flyer popped up there, so hopefully folks could have a screenshot of that. I just think it's an amazing service that you're doing, because with one of the most at-risk populations right now, beyond the healthcare, the everyday healthcare, like you already mentioned, the isolation, the loneliness, the chance of depression and anxiety. And so the fact that you all are taking the time to make those phone calls, to me, is just absolutely incredible. I also
I will tell you, it's a bucket filler for us, to be able to connect with people and love on them. That's one of the things that I miss most. I can't go and we don't go and see our clients. I don't. I mean, well, obviously our caregivers do, but I'm not in homes like we always were. And it's hard. We've had to celebrate birthdays via FaceTime, and we've had to do all sorts of things, but it really does fill our bucket. Everybody here has a calling to this and a reason why they do it, and I'm probably could say that it benefits us more than it does the people that we're calling. It really does.
Very rewarding. Yeah, I'm sure just incredibly rewarding. Let's talk about the t-shirts too. You are wearing one, and of course, I've got that too. And I tell you what, just to save time, I'll pop it up here, and it'll just be on top of us.
That's fine.
So there's the shirt.
Yeah, this is our Because I Love a Senior campaign with Right at Home. These shirts are available for purchase, and $5 from every shirt sold will be donated to the American Red Cross, the COVID response. The Red Cross needs to maintain, obviously, its blood supply during this time, and also fund disaster relief. So Right at Home has stepped up. There's the link there, and you can see that. They're great shirts. Our caregivers are wearing them. I'm wearing them. People in the office are wearing them. And I just think it goes a long way. And obviously that $5 that's donated from every purchase. So if you purchase one, we'd love for you to tag us on Facebook, Right at Home Metro Little Rock, because we are wanting to get those out. And obviously it's a great cause, and it's something that Right at Home has gotten behind and we're excited about.
I love it. That's just another great opportunity. I love the design and the fact that
it's great. When you get close up, that really is some. It's made up of words, but it's just really all of them are the norms that we're experiencing. But it's all because we love a senior, and we definitely love senior care.
Right, exactly. Well, there's the link there, so y'all be sure to order, and part of the proceeds go back to the Red Cross. Lauren, the other thing to speak to is that today is National Healthcare Decisions Day. And I think it's, very important when we come out of this crisis. There's still so much to be considered with the population that you serve. And what are just some good everyday reminders for those of us, when it comes to getting back out there in terms of healthcare?
Yeah. So one of the things that we always talk about, especially with families and clients, we always want to make sure that your wishes are known. Whatever that wish is, whatever you want to do, where you want to age, how you want to, from beginning to end, any of your wishes that you want to have known, put those down. Whether that's advance directives, living wills, DNRs, DNIs, all those kinds of things. We just really want to make sure that that in the event that someone is not able to make decisions for themselves or let those decisions be known, that someone in their family, someone that's trusted, knows what they want. I think one of the biggest gifts that we can give clients and their families is knowing that we're doing exactly what someone would have wished had they been able to make that decision themselves. I keep going back and forth. Everyone keeps talking about when we come out of this and all this. Michelle, I really think that there are some things that we've learned that need to stay with us, right? And I think that there are some new normals, and that I will tell you, just in the business world, like what we're doing daily, we need to do that. I'm so thankful that I always try to find the silver lining. I am kind of a Pollyanna. I'm a realist, but I'm a Pollyanna, and then I want to go, what can we learn from this? What is this? And so I think a lot of those are things that we put into practice. We always do in-services with our caregivers. All of our caregivers are COVID-19 and infectious disease trained, in addition to all the other, skills trainings and everything that they are that are required of them. But certain things that we've just put into practice, I think, gosh, we need to be doing that. And I'm so thankful that we're able to kind of take that from this. But I do think we're going to come out right there. I do think there's going to be into this, but in the end, I think a lot of that is just knowing what people want, making decisions, having those decisions be known, and finding a trusted provider. And I think a lot of times we definitely have a seat at the table with Right at Home. With things like that.
Yeah. Well, wonderful advice. And I know in some of the conversations I've had, just in various circles that I'm in, that there's much more conversation about, I need to make my wishes known. I need to update certain, as hard as it is to talk about my will or my trust or my end of life plans. And we've all been kind of catapulted into that. And, the thing about doing that ahead of time, Lauren, is that we're really helping more so those that are left to take care of us if something does happen. It's going ahead and having that planned. And so that, but also to serve us and to assure that we do get, that our wishes are fulfilled, that we get the care in the way that we wanted it. And so I think it's incredibly important to do that.
It's a gift that we can give people, for sure.
Yes.
Families and clients and everybody involved. It's definitely a gift.
Right. Absolutely. Well, goodness gracious. Anything else? This has just been so fun and so wonderful.
I know. Thank you so much. Like I said, I feel like I've had a good visit with you. Unfortunately, it's not over lunch like we normally do, but but I am glad to connect. I think that in this time, definitely the industry that we're working in, you just need a trusted, compassionate partner. And I would love to have conversations with people if they have concerns, talk through things. You know, sometimes we talk to people and 9 months down the line, they call us and say, okay, we're ready
Yeah.
for care. This is what we need. And so,
Right.
you know, I think just finding someone that you can trust, someone that's always going to be there. We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have no answering service. There's no call service. Me or someone that works for us in the office directly is going to answer that phone.
Wow.
And we're always here. So
Yeah.
we're a licensed VA vendor. We accept all sorts of payers. We navigate and help people figure things out. And we like to roll up our sleeves and figure things out. And we'd love to help. We're here for you.
Well, thank you so much. I started by saying what a big heart you have, and I'll finish it. I love that you're walking in your calling and that you're sharing your compassion and your empathy. It starts with you as the leader of that company.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It resonates.
Yeah, you're gonna make me cry. This has been a really emotional. Seriously, I mean, it is. You know, I think sometimes when you're following a calling, the first thing that you know is it's not going to be easy, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
we have just been blessed immensely. Even in the middle of this, I mean, we've just had so many precious, precious moments happen that,
Right.
you know, that we're thankful for.
Yeah. Well, and with that said, you got to take care of yourself too. You know, with this focus that I'm kind of having with 3 or 4 broadcasts, we're focusing on mental health, and
Right.
and I know that you and your staff and your family, you're taking those moments where you do take care, you know, of yourself. I'm trusting that you're doing that anyway, because, you know, caregivers, you give and you give and you give,
Oh,
pour out so much
absolutely.
yourself. You've got to get your tank refilled. And
We'll figure that out. We'll start doing that.
yeah. Well, thank you for you know,
thank you, friend.
My family, thank you so much. And hey, everybody that has watched, thank you for supporting Southern Inspirations. Thank you for hanging in there through my crazy little techie issues today. I'll tighten that up just a little bit for
You're great at this.
But y'all, please share. My whole heart is to share good stories about good people doing good things, just like Lauren. And so, as always, if you know of a good story that should be told, let me know so I can consider that. And invite folks to like the page, and let's keep doing the good stuff, and we will continue to thrive. So, Lauren,
thank you, Paul. You bring a lot of joy to people's lives. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I'll see you soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.